So one more little question, and I will sit in the overflow room for the rest of the retreat about deep sleep. Only because my mom is dying, and I want to know about death, because I get into these meditative states with your meditations, and I'm so blown out, I'm so expanded, I'm so, singing with the angels and accessing this state of just bliss. And yet it is passing, and it's an experience, and I know it's the ever-changing in the never-changing. And so is deep sleep, to me, it's changeable. Like, deep sleep is not the never-changing, because it comes and it goes. Like, I go into deep sleep and then I wake up again. So if that was the ultimate state, and I don't know if the word state or experience, because there's no experiencer. Like, when I'm in your meditations and I'm blown out in that state, like, I feel like I'm everybody, I'm everything, I'm everywhere. It's incredible and it's soaring. But there's an experiencer at some level, because it's like, not necessarily, I don't know, but then, the meditation's over, I go get a cup of coffee, so it's like, oh, that was an experience. But then also deep sleep, it's like, oh, deep sleep, okay, I'm gone, I'm obliterated, but then I wake up again. So is that the ultimate state, because it's ever-changing, not never-changing? I don't know. I can't get this.
When you open your computer in the morning and you see I'm presuming your screensaver is blank. You see your blank screensaver. You're just looking at the screen, and then you open your documents, your emails, your images, and you've got lots of pages open, and you're working all day. And then at a certain stage you close them down, you see the screen again. Then later on in the afternoon you open them up again. You go back and forth like this. Do you feel that your screen alternates with your emails and documents and images? The appearance of your screen alternates with the appearance of the documents, the emails, and the images, but the screen itself doesn't alternate. It's like that.
Thank you, because there's some resonant field with this too that is unraveling, like to the gentleman next to me that asked the question about, over time, does the meditation and all of that kind of unravel that pit bull that just like sinks its teeth in this boulder that's such a block. And I think it's because with my mother dying, and they're all very much, I love them, it's beautiful, but they're very deep in their evangelical Christian belief, and yet I see the fear in her eyes. And I saw my dad go from COVID, and he was just terrified of death. And there is an opportunity to talk to my family about these teachings.
Diana, you said it's your experience that deep sleep comes and goes. If that's true, in what medium does deep sleep come and go?
In memory. Arbitrarily.
No. The actual experience. You say, I experience deep sleep. It appears and it disappears. You say that's your experience. Where anything that appears must appear in or on some kind of medium. Yeah? You can't have a bird without a sky. You can't have a... So if deep sleep appears, if according to you deep sleep appears, exists for a while, and then disappears, in what does it appear?
The one unspeakable, all that is, everything.
Is that your experience, or are you talking from...
It's like a philosophic belief.
But I want you to go to your experience. If you say, I experience the arising of deep sleep, you must experience the medium it arises in. If you say, I see a movie, you must be experiencing the screen. The screen is the medium on which the movie, you can't see a movie without seeing the medium in which it appears. If you say, I experience a state of deep sleep arising and then going away, you must be experiencing the medium in which it arises. So don't go to philosophy. I don't want to discuss ideas with you. I want you to know, I'm testing you, your statement. Deep sleep is a state that comes and goes. If that's true, I'm not saying it's not true, I'm just pushing you a bit. If that's true, tell us about the medium that the coming and going of this state appears in. You must be experiencing it.
I guess I don't, though, because even to have this conversation, I'm accessing memory and some sort of time. But it's the awareness. It's the general noumenon. Can I just use the word noumenon instead of phenomenon? The noumenon.
But as long as you're speaking from experience and not just philosophically. Let me ask you another question. I'm going to ask you a question the other way around. Because I want this to be, I don't want to talk philosophy with you.
I know. I don't want to waste everybody's time.
No, don't worry. Everyone's very interested in it's not that you're going to the heart of the matter. And if you resolve this question, this will be the greatest gift you can give to your mother as she's passing away. So, and I know that's what's behind your question.
She goes
I know. I'm trying to. I don't want to tell you where she goes. I want you to experience for yourself who she really is, and then you can, if you know that for yourself, then you can give that. And that's the greatest gift a daughter could give her mother. So let me ask you a question. Let's try it from a different point of view. Have you ever experienced the absence of awareness? Has anybody ever experienced the absence of awareness? Any of the 8 billion of us that are alive now, or the trillions of us, or billions of us that have ever... Could anyone ever experience the absence of awareness? Why do we think there is such a phenomenon as the absence of awareness? No one has ever for a moment experienced it. Why is our world culture founded on the presumption that awareness arises when the body arises and then vanishes, when nobody, you're absolutely right, when nobody has for a moment ever experienced the absence of awareness? Why is our world culture founded on this erroneous belief? It is your belief that it is your experience that awareness is ever present. Everything else appears and disappears in it. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, states, the waking state, the dreaming state. All the states appear, exist briefly, and vanish.
The deep sleep state?
What you call it doesn't matter. What's important is that there is some element of your experience that doesn't disappear, that is not a state. That's what's important. There is something which is the most fundamental aspect of yourself that is ever present, that is not a state. A state is something that comes and goes. You've already said to us, or no, I have never experienced the disappearance of awareness. It's another way of saying, in my experience, awareness is ever present.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever witnessed the beginning of awareness. Nobody has ever witnessed the end of awareness.
Right.
No one has ever witnessed the birth and death of awareness. Why do we presume there is such a thing? It's just a belief. It's just an ignorant belief. It's like believing that the earth is flat or the sun goes around the earth. It's just a childish mistake, which our culture will, hopefully sooner rather than later, wake up from.
Right. Right.
So if you know that for yourself, and you know in your own experience of yourself, awareness doesn't begin and end. It wasn't born. It doesn't die. If you know that, be confident. Mm-hmm. Make that that's your bottom line. That's your deepest knowledge of yourself, is the fact of being aware is ever present and changeless. Mm-hmm. That's your deepest truth. I just want to give you confidence.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you how it is. I want to give you, I want to give you confidence, help you to be confident in your own experience, and not to believe what I or your parents or your culture or anyone else says. Look at what's happening in the world. Do you think our culture's got it right? No, our culture. Do you think the founding idea of our world civilization is in line with truth when you see the effects of those ideas in what's happening in the world today? Of course not.
Right.
So be confident. Your deepest truth, what I am at the deepest level, the fact of being aware, it is ever present and unchanging. And if that is true for you, it must be true for your mother. Who your mother really is not going anywhere. Yes, her mind, her body, all of that is going to disappear, but who she is not going anywhere. And the greatest, you may, because of her conditioning, you may not be able to speak as directly to her as I'm able to with you. She may not be open. In which case, but that doesn't matter. What's important is that you know this.
Yeah.
You deeply feel it. And if you do that, just your presence in the room will convey this understanding subliminally to her.
Yeah.
In other words, you're not afraid that she's passing away, because you know that at the deepest level she isn't passing away. Her being remains, and just that knowledge. If you're with her, present with her, holding her hand by her bedside, stroking her head, talking to her, and you feel this, but she will pick it up subliminally. She will somehow feel, and she'll feel blessed by you, because that's what a blessing is. The subliminal conveying experientially of this understanding. You'll be blessing her as she passes away. And at some level, her mind may not register it or even acknowledge it. It may be too conditioned. But that doesn't matter. It will go into her heart and she'll feel it. That's your sole job now as your mother passes away, to stand knowingly as this ever-present, unchanging being or being aware, and to be that when you're with your mother.
Thank you.